What we're doing with this section is we are continuing work with scatter plots and the equations for best fit lines. Then we want to use that information to approximate a value. So once we have found a line and we've figured out that most of our data fits that line, we then use that data to make a prediction. This is the fun use of math, okay? Because we can predict things like weather and population, and there's a lot of really fun things we can do with this, okay? So starting with a few basic ones, we start graphing. -1, 3, 0, 3, 1, 1, 2, 0, 4, -3. Okay, so deciding our line of best fit, these 3 points seem to be along the same line. Okay, so finding slope, down 1, forward 1, m equals -1. So it's a negative correlation. We do not have our y-intercept, but I can quickly use my slope to find it. Back 1, up 1. Okay, so my y-intercept is 4. Y equals -1, x plus 4. Now we want to approximate the value of y for x equals 3. So we're going to plug 3 in for x. Y equals -1 times 3 plus 4. Y equals -3 plus 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. Y equals 1. Okay, so at 3, did I do something wrong? Oh my goodness, my y-intercept is 2, not 4. Wow. How many of you guys were yelling at me that I was totally wrong? Probably all of you. -3 plus 2 is -1. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So, looking at the graph, you can clearly tell that at 3 we would be at -1. Okay. I need to quit, apparently, for today. Okay, so -1, -1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 5. Okay, so these two are on the same line, but that would leave these 3 all below it. So I'm going to do the first point and the last point together. Finding slope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my slope is 6/5. M equals. Okay, that's not going to help me find my y-intercept because I can't count up however many, over however many, and get onto the y-axis. And that's a really ugly slope for finding b. So I'm going to plug it into slope form. So I used my first point, right? And my last point. So since these two are positive, I'm going to use my last point. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, plugging everything in. Y minus 5 equals 6/5 times x minus 4. Okay, now using this information to find the value for x, the value for y when x is 3, plugging 3 in for x. Y minus 5 equals 6/5 times 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is -1 times 6/5 y minus 5. Okay. Putting it over 1, or when we multiply by a negative, all it changes is negative. So y minus 5 equals -6/5 plus 5 plus 5. In order to add these two, I need to get common denominators. Putting 5 over 1 and then multiplying on top and bottom by 5. -6/5 plus 25/5. 25 minus 6 equals y equals 19/5. Okay, so when x is 3, y is approximately 19/5, which 5 goes into 19 3 times with 4 left over, so 3 4/5. That would have been hard to, I probably would have said it was 3.5 instead of 3 4/5. Okay. Make a scatter plot of the data. Find the equation of the best fitting line. Approximate the value of y for x equals 5. Same thing we were doing before, only this time we're going to put 5 in for x when we have our equation. You do it. These three are the same. Down 2, forward 1, y equals -2x, and using my slope up 2, back 1, I have a y-intercept of 4. Okay, now I plug in 5. Y equals -2 times 5 plus 4. 2 times 5 is -10 plus 4 is -6. So at 5, we're at -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, approximately. Okay, that's looking in the future. Didn't know I'd teach you time travel. I know, that was a bad joke. Okay, I'm skipping that one last one. I'm getting sick of it. Okay, we need to find the 0 of the function. Okay, what do they mean by 0? Well, what they mean is the x-intercept. Okay, the x-intercepts are also called zeros of the function. There might be 2 if you're looking at a higher order function, but since these are all lines, we'll just have 1. How do we find the x-intercept? Oh, yep. We put 0 in for y and then solve for x. Wait a minute. None of these have y's. F of x is equal to y, remember? Okay, so we put 0 in for f of x, 16x minus 4, and solve for in for y and solve for x. Plus 4, 0 plus 4 is 4, equals 16x, divide by 16, divide by 16, 1/4 equals x. Okay, so the 0 of the function is 1/4. Or f of 1/4 equals 0. Okay. We're going to skip 8, mostly because I don't have enough room. 0 and for f of x, negative 0.1, x minus 3, add 3, add 3. 3 equals negative 1/10 x. Divide by negative 1/10. Divide by negative 1/10. Positive divided by negative is a negative. 3 divided by 1/10 is 30. 30 of those fit into 3. We get x. Okay? So f of negative 30 is equal to 0. Okay. Let's do 11. 0 equals negative 2/5 x, really, plus 14. Let's put an imaginary plus sign in there, because clearly I should have had something in there. Okay, minus 14, minus 14, 0 minus 14 is negative 14, negative 2/5 x. We could divide by negative 2/5, or we could multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal is 5/2. 5/2, putting 14 over 1, so we can multiply those fractions. 14 times 5, negative times a negative is positive, 5 times 4 is 20, 5, 6, 7, 70. 2 times 1 is 2. Equals x. 70 divided by 2 is 35. Okay, so f of 35 equals 0. Okay, let's have you guys try fraction 1. You guys try number 10. Try number 10. Three equals 3/4 x times 4/3 times 4/3 over 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. X equals 4. So f of 4 equals 0. Okay. Profit. Ooh, we all like profit. The table shows the monthly profit of a small company. Maybe you started making, I don't know, bracelets and selling them. Make a scatter plot of the data. Let X represent the number of months since January. Okay, and let Y represent the profit. Okay, so X is number of months since January. And January is the first month, so what number would that be? Well, they are the same month, so 0. February is 1 month, March is 2 months, April is 3 months, May is 4 months after January. Okay. And Y is profit in dollars. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. Make a scatter plot. Alrighty. 0, 1,200. February, 1,250. 1,400. 1,380. first and last dot. Okay, so first and last dot. Find an equation that models the profit in dollars as a function of the number of months since January. Okay, I have 2 points. In order to write an equation for a line, I need my slope and my y-intercept. Okay, so finding slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 1450 minus 1200. 4 minus 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Okay. 1,450 minus 1,200 is 250. Okay, 250 divided by 4 is 6,250. Okay, so my slope is 6,250. Do I know my y-intercept? Yes, only because I chose this point. If I had decided to use different points that did not happen to be my y-intercept, I would not know my y-intercept. So y equals 6,250 x plus 1,200. Approximate the profit in August. Okay, so we need to find out how many months August is after January. Okay, so February is 1, March 2, April 3, May 4, June 5, July 6, August 7. So 7 months is August. So we're going to plug that in for x. Y equals 6,250 times 7 plus 1,200. Okay. Y equals 437.50 plus 1,200. So that is y equals 1637.50. Okay, so your profit for your company in the future, whatever August this is, would be $1,637.50. Cool. That's a lot of money. For a small company,